Okay, number one, we want to expand this whole thing, and we're going to use Pascal's triangle, because if we didn't, it would be 3x minus y times 3x minus y times 3x minus y times 3x minus y. Take forever. So this tells us to use row 5 from Pascal's triangle for our coefficients. So I'm going to come up here to row 5. 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So I'm going to write these and leave lots of space. 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. I always leave way more space in the beginning and not enough in the end. That's okay. And then we're going to take our first term, 3x, and write that next to all of them. And we're going to start with the highest power and go down. So this will be 3x to the 5th, 3x to the 4th, 3, 2, 1, 0. Then we take our second term, negative y, and we're going to write that next to all of these. Running out around. And now we go the other way. Now we start at 0 and we go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we add in between all of these. Okay, so that's the setup. Now we simplify. And this can take a while, but remember, it's way, way easier than multiplying everything. Okay, so what happens here is this 5 goes to the 3 and the x. So I have 3 to the 5th, x to the 5th, and then anything to the 0 power. So this y to the 0 power is 1. Plus, I'm going to simplify this one. We solve the 5, and then we distribute that 4. So now we have 3 to the 4th, x to the 4th. And then negative y to the first power is still negative y to the first power, right? Plus. We solve the 10, but now we have 3 to the 3rd, and x to the 3rd. And then negative y squared, we have a negative times a negative, which makes a positive. So it's positive y, but it's still squared. We just know it's going to be a positive number. So we're going to take out the negative. Plus 10, 3 squared, x squared, negative y to the 3rd. I'm leaving it a negative because a negative times a negative times a negative is a negative. Plus 5, and then 3 to the first power is 3, and then x to the first power is just x, and then y. Negative times a negative times a negative, oops, this way, times a negative is a positive. So I'm just going to write y to the 4th, we can lose the negative. Plus 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So 1 times 1, and then negative y to the 5th. And I left it negative because anything, a negative to the 5th power is still negative. Alright, we're still going. That's okay. Remember, it's shorter than the other way. Now we have to calculate. 3 to the 5th is 243. And then x to the 5th. 5 times 3 to the 4th is 405. X to the 4th, negative y, plus 10 times 3 to the third, oops, sorry, which is 270. X cubed y squared plus 10 times 3 squared is 90. X squared negative y to the third. 5 times 3 is 15. And then plus negative y to the third. Okay, so to figure out our answer here, we just need to get rid of these negatives. So what that's going to do is we're going to put the negatives here. So it's going to be our answer 243 x to the fifth minus 405 x to the fourth, and then it'll just be y. We're just moving the negative. Plus, and then 270 x cubed y squared. This negative we're going to move here and make that a positive, so minus 90x squared y cubed plus 15x y to the fourth, and then same thing, that will just be a minus y to the fifth. It's a lot of typing in, but that would be your final answer.